Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. My name is Amarpreet Kaur and I am your computer teacher. Today we will start a chapter number second whose name is Introduction to MS Access 2010. First write the date and D on the top of this topic. Now first is introduction. Earlier paper-based files were used to store data. In the past we used a paper and we just write the things on a paper, but this system had various drawbacks such as prone to damage, editing problem, data repetition, and difficult to manage. But we find many problems with those uh, methods like paper pen method, uh, because if we write something on a paper then it can be damaged, there can be an editing problem, and data can be repeated, and it was difficult to manage. Retrieving data from file based system was very tedious and time consuming. Suppose we have written on a notebook and first we have to find that thing which we are searching, and it was a very difficult and time consuming task. To overcome the problem in the file-based system, computerized database system was introduced. Now students underline this line, computerized database system was introduced in 1960. To solve all these problems, the database system was developed. Okay. Now next is concept of database. Now what is database? Database implies that organizing the data in a manner which helps to store and retrieve a large amount of data efficiently. Now underline this line. Okay, now what database means, you have a store your data in a organized manner, and so that you can easily store the data and retrieve that data easily. Database concept is one of the oldest way to maintain data in a conventional file-oriented data collection system. Database concept is one of the oldest form, you can say. Uh, Computerized data collection and manipulation system have replaced the conventional record keeping system by using programs. In the old time, we use the pen paper method. We write on the page or a notebook, but nowadays we can use many application softwares to store a data. Various components of computerized database system have a logical relationship that helps in assessing data easily. When we make a database, then we can also put a logical relation among various data files, and we can also access those files easily. Now what is DBMS? A collection of program required to store and retrieve data from a database is called a database management system. Underline this line. Database is a place where we can say it is a program where we can store a data and we can access the data at any time. Now next is types of database. There are two types of database. First is flat file database. It is a type of database that contains records having small number of fields without any structured relationship between them. Okay, now underline this line. This is the definition of flat file database. It is a database that contains a records, and under records there are small number of fields. Under records there are small number of fields, and there is a no relationship among them. The most popular example of flat file database is MS Excel. MS Excel is an example of flat file database. Now you can check the logo of, this is the logo of Microsoft Office Excel. This is the Excel file. Second type is relational database. Now, what is relational database? It is a type of database that stores data in several tables and links those tables together to get a common piece of information. Now, what is a database? Database is used to store the data, and we store the data in the form of tables, and we will link those tables. We can link suppose we can link two tables together, and there will be some common information between these tables. Commonly used relational database system are MSSS is an example. You can take an example of Microsoft SQL, Oracle. These are the relational database. Now this is the symbol of Microsoft Access. Okay, this is relational database and this is SQL Server. The relational database was proposed by Edward. Underline this line. It was proposed by Edgar F. Codd. Who was that person? It was Edgar F. Codd. Remember that. Okay. He gave a set of 13 rules. He had given a 13 rules, and those rules are called Codd rules to define the relational database. Relational database management system. We write in short form RDBMS. Okay, you can say. Now, what are the advantages of database system? A database system has many benefits, and some of the important benefits or advantages are now. First one is it minimizes the duplication of data by integrating and sharing the database. There will be no duplication. Okay, it saves the storage space, and you can store anything in the database. All the users are provided with some access rights and privileges and permissions, and there are also permissions available. If the permission will be granted to us, then only we can access the data. The files can be easily updated. You can update the files whenever any change are being made. Now, next is structure of a database. Now, what is the structure? Data is stored in the, now underline this line, data is stored in the table of a database. We can store the data in the form of tables, and suppose this is a table. Here registration number is given, name, father name, and date of birth and class we will enter. Okay. And these are the records. These are the records of Krishna Kant, Rishi Sharma, Suraj Patel, Priyan, Sagar. And these are the fields: registration number, name, father name, date of birth. These are the fields. Okay. Now, commonly used terms of the relational database. Common terms are table. Now, table is a group of related data organized in the form of rows and columns. In table, we can organize data in the form of rows and columns. Underline this line. The columns contain a number of headings such as registration number, name and father name, date of birth, class. These are the headings. Okay. And these are known as fields, and we called these headings a field. A set of values, now underline this line, a set of values for the field is called record. The values, suppose the name of any person, suppose name is Raman, and Raman is your record. Record is a one row of the table. Now next is primary key. It is a unique field by which the records are uniquely identified in a table. Underline this line. If you want to uniquely identify your record, then you have to use a primary key. A table can have only a one primary key. You can use only a one primary key. For example, in a student record, the registration number can be called a primary key, because registration number will be unique for every student. Okay. Next is query. Query is the most powerful features of database. It helps you to retrieve information from the table based on some criteria or condition. Underline this line. Query is a main feature of database. You can say, and by using a query, if you want to check the details of any person, suppose you want to check the detail of a Raman, then you can find the name of Raman by using a query, and you can use any condition. You can ask, find and retrieve data from the database just by creating and running the query. By using a query, you can add an information of any person, and you can also access the information of any person. Next is report. Final result of manipulation data that comes from tables and query in the database is known as report. Underline this line. The final result which we can get is called a report. It is specially designed to display and print the data. You can print your data in a format way. Next is form. when a query runs and data system retrieves the information from the table. Suppose you are using a select query and you are selecting information regarding Raman, and Raman is the name of the table, and make it available to the user through form. You can, if you want to show the information of Raman table, then you can write a select a star from Raman. Okay. It also provide a user interface. You can also enter, edit and view information. This is also available in form. If more than one fields are combined to form the primary key, then it is called a composite key. Now underline this line. If more than one field, if you combine two or more fields to form a primary key, then that is called a composite key. Now, thank you, students. Read these topics. Stay home, stay healthy.